what is your reaction to last night's win?
It was incredible. These past 3 years leading up to this Olympics, we've had a shorter amount of time to prepare. Usually it's 4 years. But I feel like within these 3 years, I've learned a lot competing in all these international competitions, training with my best friend, Greg, and all my other best friends at the pool every day. It's just been a great lead up to all of this.
And congrats on the big win, by the way. It was so
Thank
awesome
you.
seeing you guys. Were you guys shocked to see the score? It seemed like you guys were kind of a little surprised.
Yeah, we were very shocked. I mean, throughout the competition, me and Greg personally, we don't look at the scoreboard. We didn't know what we needed, how we were doing, or how the other teams were doing. We basically would feed off of the crowd's energy, of course, but also trying to stay composed throughout the competition and just doing our dives the best we know how. And it all worked out.
So you guys are off today then?
Yes, yeah, we're off of practice today, and then our next competition for 3 meter individual is on Friday.
Okay, awesome. How has it been feeling just today with probably all the support that you're receiving?
It's been crazy. I mean, I feel like every experience is different. I mean, back in 2020 when I qualified for Tokyo at 17, that was just crazy because it was like wasn't my expectation. But celebrating this is a lot different because I've had that experience before. So I feel like I can really learn from the journey. And it's not about the outcome, of course, it's about the journey and, making it fun. That's what it's all about. And this one's really special, doing it with Greg, especially.
That's awesome. And how does it feel to represent Ballwin, Missouri in this year's Olympics?
Amazing. I mean, I started diving in Ballwin at, the Ballwin Point outdoors, a little summer league. And my coach, Marianne McCain, she got me into diving. And she was also a diver who dove under my coach, John Wingfield. And she just got me into the sport. And I loved it ever since. And I wouldn't trade it for anything.
That's so great. And you mentioned Friday, so how are you feeling about the individual springboard on Friday?
I feel really good. I feel with our performance yesterday, it was definitely a relief that we were able to get the job done. But at the same time, the competition's not over yet. Still have, little less than a week until all this is ending. But I'm celebrating as much as I can until it's time to get back into the zone to compete on Friday.
And what do you think you need to do for that competition?
I think the same as I do for every competition, staying composed, um, going in with no expectations, doing everything I know how and, how am I doing it in training and just trusting the system.
Yeah, definitely. And this will be your second Olympics.
Mhm.
Very exciting. What did you learn from the last Olympics, your last Olympics appearance that could help you this time around?
Um, I think having the crowd's atmosphere will definitely help. In Tokyo, there wasn't anybody there. It was just the divers. We were just, cheering on the loudest we can for our families and our friends that couldn't make it. But leading up to this Olympics, I think will be a different experience in just the environment and having the full Olympic experience. Um, but yeah, I think that's the first thing.
Now, did you used to train at Shaw Park Pool?
I did, yeah. I trained at Shaw Park with Clayton Diving for uh, many years until like 2016, 2017 is when I moved to Indiana for full-time training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How how do you feel like diving there helped you to get where you are today?
Um, well, not only the coaches, but my teammates as well. I dove with, some of the best divers in the country already, and just being surrounded by such a support system inside the pool and also outside the pool has really helped. And just getting all the experience from many different coaches that I've had growing up and the coaches I've had now and all their successes, it's led me to where I am today.
That's awesome. Okay, so I have to ask, what kind of TikTok content are you going to be doing for the Olympics?
I honestly haven't thought about anything. I've had some friends already send me things that I need to do when I'm there. Maybe some dancing videos like I did in Tokyo. Behind the scenes videos, of course, showing, the village, the pool, opening ceremonies, closing ceremonies, and just the whole experience throughout.
What is the thing that you're most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to opening ceremonies again. I've heard that it's going to be very, very special this year, where we're all going to be out on boats, going down the river for opening ceremonies, and I think that's going to be a really, really cool, different experience than how it usually is in, like, the track and field stadium. But it's going to be really special.
Yeah, it definitely will. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about last night's big win? You're, making the Olympic team, USA.
I'm just super proud of my team, and especially Greg. You know, he's been doing this longer than I have, and sharing this with him, it couldn't be more special. And it's a bond that we're going to share forever. And having our coaches, David, Adam, and John, all by our sides, helping us get to this moment and getting the job done. Um, yeah, it's a bond we'll share forever.